there, I'm Glenn. Welcome to my garage. Hey everybody. So today I thought I'd cover a simple little topic, I guess. I'm going to talk about the wheel lock bolts the BMW use, the ones with the little splines on the inside. I'm sure most cars have had them or still have them. They're wretched things, difficult to work with, etc. And the reason I'm covering it is this car had one on the front left here that was absolutely stripped. There was no splines left at all. It's completely smooth. So I tried a couple of the basic recommendations. Try tapping a Torx or a 4-square socket inside to bite into the metal and try and loosen it. And of course it just turns and strips. And then I tried a 12-point socket on the outside, hammering it on so it would bite in a bit. And same thing, it would just spin, wouldn't move it at all. So, I mean, the obvious thing was to go buy some more tools again, those sockets that bite in as they turn. And I didn't have it in me to do it at the time, so I thought, right, I'm going to try drilling it out. So I thought I'd just show you what I got and what I did. So you've probably got something like this. Got the splines on the inside, some version of it. There's a couple of different versions here. That one's got a spline, plus it's got a keyway on it. But anyway, they're all basically the same version of the BMW lock bolt, so people don't steal your wheels. And then these are two very worn out, destroyed versions of the tools that go in there to turn it. There's one here, and there's another one here. These all came with the car I bought here, so yeah, no surprise that they're basically destroyed as well. So I thought, all right, I'm going to drill it out. So I thought I'd just cover quickly what I did, how I did it. So obviously this was sitting on the wheel, so I went down and I punched, used a center punch, punched right in the center, basically a starting point, a center point, as near to the center as I could judge in there. And then I started with small drills, 1/8, and then worked my way up slowly, so I got bigger and bigger. And then I got to the point where I needed the large drills, the last couple of drills I was doing. This is one of them. This is a 3/8, I believe. And then the last one I did was 1/2 inch. So I thought I'd show you here. This is how I marked it, because I judged drilling down here with the 1/2 inch. It would come out here, and it would break through this. And all I want to do is effectively break this head off, so it would release any tension on this threaded section, and it would just come out. So what I did is I measured that and I marked it here, and it works out about 22 millimeters, 7/8 of an inch from the point to here, and that's measuring to this. So when you're drilling and you're sitting down there trying to put the drill in, and look, you can tell once this tape is basically flush with this edge of the head that I'd gone what I believed was far enough in. So this was the 3/8 one, exactly the same markings I did on the 1/2 inch drill and drill through. And so this is the one I was drilling out. And if you look in there, you can see, I mean, I haven't touched where the splines were. That would be a much bigger drill, and they're just gone. So you can see where I tried hammering things on and everything else. That didn't work. So this is what I ended up drilling out, and this is what I got in the end here. So I was slightly off center, but very close. And this was enough that this breaking through here relieved the pressure. I was able to put a small vice grip on the edge here. Now again, obviously depends on the style of your wheels, but with these reps I could put a vice grip basically here and just move it, and it didn't even have to really crack it. I just had to move it a little bit and then it just came out by hand. So I mean, it destroyed it, but basically any socket or any kind of extraction tool is going to pretty much destroy it anyway. So it took me, I'm going to say maybe half an hour of total drilling time, and that was going slow with patience, cleaning out the chips all the time and things like that. So not that bad a job considering. And as long as you got like a 1/2-inch drill chuck and a 1/2-inch drill bit that's reasonably sharp, you're going to get it done. These are not that super hard. I was thinking they were going to be a lot tougher to drill into than they were. So anyway, that's a potential solution for anyone who's got the problem where these things have all stripped and you can't get it off and you're stuck there. Drilling it out, I know they charge, I've heard the BMW will charge up to $150 to do that. Frankly, it's, as usual, it's just shockingly expensive for what they're going to do. And, you know, they're going to wreck it anyway. So, you know, you have to replace it anyway. So you might as well have a go yourself and do it. And I said, it was extremely successful for me. Came out with absolutely no problem. Clearly the easiest way to get that out rather than trying to hammer things into it and grip it and things like that. If it's torqued to 90 pounds-feet of torque, it's on there. So, you know, you're going to have to really bite something into grip. So anyway, that's what I did. Drilling, it worked. It was quite successful for me. Hope that's helpful for somebody. Hopefully some of the information is successful and helpful, especially if you don't particularly have one of these kicking around to have a look at and measure up. So anyway, have a great day. Hope that was helpful.